Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Hi,
Sarah
everyone.
and I don't know what to talk about. So she's drinking, I'm eating chocolate, and we're just gonna talk about mom stuff.
Yeah. Welcome to Mom's
And
Writers Club. We have been doing a lot on
welcome.
the Writers Club part of Mom's Writers Club, but we have been a little light on the mom part of Mom's Writers Club. So we're going to rectify that situation right now.
Oh yeah, I was just complaining about how often my 3-year-old has to take crap to school with her to share. Now, full disclosure, I live 30 minutes from like the nearest grocery store or bookstore or anything else. So I have to like plan groceries for trips 2 weeks ahead of time. So
Right.
she had to like take a book to school today to exchange a new book, but it has to be $5 or less. And
And did it have to
if
be
you've ever
wrapped?
tried, yeah, also
Yeah,
to be
you got
wrapped.
to wrap it. You got to fucking wrap it.
So anyway, and then on top of
Yeah.
that, we're supposed to bring treats. And I was like, I don't have anyway. She
Yeah.
had a book. She
And
didn't
you've
have
got like
treats.
Thanksgiving and Christmas and Valentine's Day and Halloween
Halloween.
and birthdays and
She's 3. They
who
don't need the
knows what
sugar
else.
crap.
No, I don't know. I was saying like it's getting a little out of hand, this thing
Yeah.
of like you got to bring stuff to school. Like it
And I want her
just
to be happy and I want them to have fun at school. But it's like well, I'm not gonna say what it is for privacy and security and people not tracking down my daughter. Not that anybody would ever do that, but I'm a little paranoid.
mm.
Thriller author, it comes with the territory. She goes to an activity-based preschool. They have a ton of fun. Anyway, Sarah, your
Yeah.
turn.
Well, that's good. So one of my greatest mom fails was when my daughter was in like second grade or something like that, and it was her birthday, and I needed to send something to school, and I wanted, I was like, I want to send cupcakes, but I was still in that early part of motherhood where I didn't want to buy the absolute shit that they sell at the grocery store, that's like day glow pink and nasty. Like I was like that, I don't want all those ingredients. So I went to Whole Foods and I bought these little cupcakes that were like all wonderful
How much did
ingredients,
you spend?
but they were really small. It wasn't how much I
So
spent. It was that they were the mini cupcakes. They were not the
was
big
your daughter upset
cupcakes.
about that?
And she was mortified. It was a huge mom fail. Huge mom
I
fail
don't
to
know why
send
that's
the
so
little,
funny.
because her friends looked at them. They were like, that's a really small cupcake, you know?
Oh,
Like we joke about it now, but I was like, oh fuck, I totally blew that one. But I'm just so freaking tired of like, you got to send all this shit to school, And if
yeah.
you don't, then like your kid gets, side eye from their friends.
Well,
It's
your kid
just,
is the one
oh,
that
make it
suffers
stop.
for it. So yeah, like as a mom, you're like, the last thing I need is more mom guilt for not sending them with some crap that every other kid is bringing.
Right.
My mom fail was when for the Halloween party that, by the way, I knew nothing about. Like I knew that they were dressing up.
Oh, and
Nobody
that's the other
said,
thing is you got to keep track of this stuff. Oh
yeah,
my God. All
and
right.
you
I'm
have
just
to
going
find
to
them
take
a
the brakes off the
costume.
swearing. You just have to keep track
What?
of this shit. And it's not, oh, it's like you miss the email and your kid doesn't bring the thing to school. And then
There
they're like,
wasn't an
oh,
email.
or
Oh,
whatever.
anyway,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't have treats for the kids, but I figured they had enough sugar and crap. Anyway, how's writing?
so I'm feeling very grateful for the Scrivener feature where it allows you to set a target completion date and a word count. And then it tells you, and then you can even set like how many days a week you plan to write. This is all in project targets in Scrivener. So I said I plan to write 6 days a week until April 1st, and I want to write an 80,000 word novel. And it tells me how many words I need to write every day. And if I don't write for, let's say, 4 days, then that count goes up a little bit. Like it calculates how many words I need to write per day to meet that target. And I'm feeling very grateful for it because it keeps hovering around about like between 600 and 700 words a day. Even if I like
Okay,
miss 5 days of writing, you know?
tell me how to do it because I don't know how to add my target. Like it won't let me add it. It says like I have 8,100 words and it says 8,100 is 0 words.
Oh, I mean, to do that, you just go on under manuscript target
Oh, it
and
looks like it's not
click
a
on the
thing you can
number.
click on.
Yeah, I know, right.
Funny.
Yeah, you just click
I'm
on the
gonna
number.
say this book is gonna be 90,000 words because it feels like it's gonna be
And
90,000.
then I think it's under options. Go under options to set the
Oh,
like daily target thing.
okay.
Go under options, check deadline. Oh, and then, oh, this is what you do. You click automatically calculate from draft deadline. And you
So
click that, and then you click what your writing days are. And like, it's not that I'm like
I
not going
have
to write on
83 days
Thursday,
left.
but I just figured I'd give myself a day
Oh,
off every week. It'll
oh,
count six
where's
days a
that?
week, right?
I want to write all the days of the week.
And
Okay,
then
that
show
did it.
target notifications. Like click all the things I have clicked and set your stuff. and then you say, okay. And
Wait,
then it
wait,
tells you.
wait. What is it? What do you mean? Is it going to notify me? Is it going to text me?
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
want
no,
any
no,
text.
no, it does not.
And I don't want text written anywhere in the project because I take notes that don't count. What is negatives?
But do you take notes in your composer window, or do you put them in the little notes thing on the side?
I put them in a folder on the left side that is within the project, I think. It's not within the manuscript, but it's within the project, I think.
You know, I have a gigantic folder called stuff down here.
Mm-hmm.
I have stuff I want to use, and I have stuff.
And
And I
none of it's in
probably
there?
have 100,000 words in those two
Oh,
folders. And
okay.
for some reason or other, it doesn't count
Excuse
them.
me.
It only
So
counts the manuscript.
is negatives if I delete something? Like,
Mhm.
will it count that? Because I don't want, if I delete 1,000 words, I want it to delete 1,000 words.
Yeah, so allow negatives.
Mhm.
Anyway, I love this feature because it keeps me from being like in that weird space of like, oh my God, I didn't write today, or oh my God, I only wrote 300 words today. Oh my God, this book is never going to get written. Like you start spiraling out into this craziness. And this is like, it's like, no, Sarah, you were supposed to write 640 words today and you wrote 412. And then I'm like, that's pretty good considering all the shit that's going on.
Yeah. So again, if you don't use Scrivener, Word Tracker is an app you can download. At least I can download it with my iPhone.
But
What
does
were you
Word
gonna ask me?
Tracker actually like does it adjust like, you know, if I write 5,000 words in a day, like Scrivener tells me, "Oh, now you get to write less words."
Yeah. So see,
Oh,
I
well,
have
that's sick.
800 out of
I
1,170.
I
So
don't
I've done
understand what I'm
100.
seeing. So you
Oh,
set
so it's
the
gonna be
800 target, or what does
no.
it set?
So I put in. I did it just how you did it. So I put in
Oh,
the day I want to finish by. I put
yeah.
in my word count. So like I think this is set to 80,000,
Mhm,
and then it calculates how many words I need to write each day.
mhm,
And then you can see it like on a graph, which I think is kind of cool. And it'll tell
mhm.
you like if you've like if your goal is 1,000 words a day and you've written 600, it'll show you that on like a pie chart.
Mhm.
But then yeah, if you write 1,500 instead of 1,000, it will correct it so that you have fewer words for all of your other days.
Oh, that's cool.
So it does the
Word
same thing
Tracker.
Scrivener does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Word
Okay.
Tracker.
So if you don't use Scrivener, which I know there's some of you out there who don't use Scrivener, I cannot understand why, but
I don't understand
it's
you
cool.
either.
We love you anyway.
Figure it
Oh my
out.
God, this is
It's
so
fine.
funny. We started this chat out by talking about mom stuff, and we just like can't stop ourselves. Back in writer world.
Back to the
We're
mom
like,
stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
It can help. Well, wait. I blame you.
I know, no, it's my fault. But the reason that I
I don't
love
actually
this
know if
like
it's your fault. I just thought
Project Targets thing where it's like, no, Sarah. It's like this little friend that's like, hey, chill out. You got a lot going on. All you got to do is write 640 words today and you will meet your goal. And I'm like, okay, because I have all this other shit going on, you know? Like I have a job,
Yeah.
I have 2 teenagers, like my power was out for 2 days. So,
I hear you. It is nice. I am starting this next book kind of slow. So I usually write a lot more than 800 words a day or so, but like it's cool to see that I could still write just 800 and still be done by, you know, whatever the date is that I put in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And that feels good. It
Especially
makes
good
me
when
feel
you're
like I can slow down.
yeah, when you're working on a deadline and you have that
Yeah.
feeling like, "Oh my God, I better finish this thing or I'm in trouble."
I will complain about another mom thing if it'll
Okay,
make
let's
you
hear
feel
it.
better.
Yeah.
I am so sick of the fact that we do not have vaccinations for kids under 5 yet. And it really just irritates me. And I totally get it. Like, I am a nurse, I have my degree as a nurse practitioner. Like, I get that these need to be studied and that we need to make sure they're safe. I totally get it. But it really makes me mad and it's really frustrating. And I'm sending
Totally
my
hear
kid to
you.
preschool. I'm potentially not sending her to preschool the next few weeks as this giant wave of COVID comes through, because I know people are not getting sick with Omicron, but a lot of these people have also already been exposed to COVID, either because they got sick or because they've been vaccinated.
Right.
And so
Right. So when we
I don't
say that
know how am
Omicron
I
is not as severe, we're
yes.
seeing a lot
And
of
I heard a
Omicron.
scientist say that on NPR today. So that's
Yeah.
not like coming out of nowhere. Like a scientist actually said that
No,
on
yeah.
NPR.
Yeah.
Which like I have not studied this and read the research stuff, but it's really scary when you've got a 3-year-old.
No, but still, like,
who,
regardless of whatever the science is, like, the lived reality is that you have this
yeah,
child who is
it's
not vaccinated.
so frustrating.
Yeah.
And like she spent a year and a half not being around anyone else. Like I didn't start working as a nurse practitioner. I decided to stay home with her, and I know that I'm privileged that I could do that. And I am so grateful I can do that. But like, she can't like keep staying home. Like, she has to be around other kids. She has to get her early childhood education. That makes a big difference long term. And it's just, fuck. Okay, your turn.
I know. That sucks. Oh, I don't know. I'm just, everybody's in one piece. We had a big snowstorm in Central Virginia this week, and I'm actually really glad the kids were supposed to go back to school on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. Today's today. Fuck. It's Thursday. Anyway, they were supposed to go back to school on Tuesday, and it is really looking very much like they're not going to have school the whole week. And I am actually
That's probably a good thing.
Grateful, because those kids need a fucking break. I mean,
yeah,
as hard as this is on adults, like, teenagers are really taking it. I don't know. It's really hard on them. And
I would be really stressed out to be going to high school right now, like crammed into a room with a bunch of kids in a building with a bunch of kids, some of whom I know are either not wearing masks or not wearing them properly.
Well, there's that. And then there's the, like, it's a really social time in your life. It's when you're really identifying with your peer group and your friends, and like, your teachers are your leaders at that point, and teachers are so stressed out right now. So anyway, I'm really glad that like the kids and the teachers all got an extra week off of school.
Yeah, me too.
Even if we were out of power for 2 days and my house got down to 45 degrees. But my daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, she got out there in her snowsuit and like shoveled the driveway.
That's awesome.
Just saying, she was a total badass.
Good job raising a total badass. On the topic of COVID, so sometimes I worry about these kids, especially the little ones, that they're going to be like super obsessed with germs and bacteria and viruses and be like paranoid about it. And I know that my daughter has medical people as parents, so like, I know that she's getting a little extra, but like, I can just see in 20 years, 30 years.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm just like, as a nursing instructor, I'm like, people are going to be studying this for the next 50 years, 100 years,
What's your cat's name?
This one is Snowy. Say hi.
You named the black cat Snowy.
My kids named them.
Oh.
She and her sister, they look very similar, and her name is Snowy because she was Miss Snow Boots, because she looks like she stepped in snow with her little white paws.
Oh, that's really cute.
And the other one is Wiggles, which I think is a great cat.
I like it. It really is. I do have a cat in here, but he's asleep. He's right
that little
here.
Skitty?
That's Frankie. Frankie.
Oh, where's Frankie?
He's really tired, you guys. He has a hard life. Sometimes he has to go downstairs and eat food. And other times he has to walk around the neighborhood. It's really hard.
And then he has to sleep.
And sometimes he has to do it in front of the fireplace.
Oh my gosh. It's a tough life.
I'll talk about a mom mental health thing. I went to the gym. I'm such a better mom when I get my workout in and like listen to music with no one bothering me or talking to me.
I discovered that my editor is also a Capricorn. That's cool.
That's awesome. I found a really funny person on Instagram that does horoscopes. I don't know how to say it. Costa Astrology or Costa Astrology, COSTAR, and then astrology. And at the party, you're a Capricorn, so Capricorn brings fancy liquor in a flask and refuses to share. And this was particularly funny because when we had our writing retreat, I walk in and I'm like, what is that golden stuff in the spray bottle? Like, because it kind of looks like pee. And I think Annie was
the only little airplane bottle that I could find. It was the one with the little spritz top.
She put bourbon. I have the spray bottle actually.
And then you know what I discovered? They don't let you drink on airplanes at all.
Yeah, you have to buy it from them.
No, they don't.
Maybe
even
you had
sell
a weird flight.
On my flight to Seattle?
Definitely consumed some alcohol.
No, I know I have to. Maybe it was this airline. I don't know. But on my flight to Seattle,
what did
they
you
did
fly?
not sell alcohol. They did not let you drink your own alcohol. I was sucked.
How would they have known it was alcohol?
Well,
let's talk about this. There are solutions to this problem, Sarah.
I don't know.
Anyway, She brought her own flask, you guys,
I
in the
almost,
form of a plastic.
but I was
swimming
like,
bottle.
that would be so stupid to like get in trouble on the plane. I'm not going to break rules on an airplane. Like I'm not a huge
Just dump
rule
it in your.
follower, but on an
Okay,
airplane,
not that we have to drink all the time. We're not encouraging drinking all the time. This is just a fun conversation. So before someone leaves us a nasty comment, just shut up. Just go in the bathroom and dump it in your Coke or whatever. First of all, pour some of that Coke out so it's strong enough, because a drink that is not strong enough is just not going to cut it. I have definitely like had a drink or two on planes. I don't get bad anxiety on airplanes. I never used to, but now I do a little bit. Mostly since having a kid.
Yep. And the older you get, the more you get in touch with your mortality. And I feel like maybe the older you get, then you like I went through a period of time where I really didn't like to fly. Like I used to love to fly.
I'm going to open the door so I can hear when my daughter wakes up.
Okay. I used to love to fly when I was younger. Wasn't like scared about it really at all. And then like I had this period of time in my 30s and 40s when I was like, I'm like, what the fuck happened? I used to love to fly. Now it makes me super nervous.
I'm there.
And now I'm getting into the space where I'm like, well, I'm kind of nervous, but yay, like I'm going somewhere.
But I also find car travel to be really scary, probably because I have a 3-year-old.
Oh, and car travel is more dangerous than
air travel, especially the highways around here.
I looked it up for the first paragraph of what I thought was going to be the beginning of this book that I'm working on.
And now it's not.
Actually, I wrote it into a short story, into like the first paragraph of a short story about a mathematician. Anyway, it was something like you are more.
Story?
What? Like a long time ago.
Keep talking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote this.
Sorry, I thought you meant like recently.
No. I wrote the short story a long time ago, but it's this character that I'm still writing about. In a book right now. Anyway, and I got the short story published. But anyway, I had to look it up for the first paragraph because she's on the plane and she's a mathematician with an anxiety disorder. And I looked it up and it's something like you are 17 times more likely to die traveling by car, like per mile.
I have read this short story, right? This is the one I read. This scene sounds familiar. Anyway, you guys, this book comes out in March 2023 and you need to read it. It's March, right?
No, this is book 2 that I'm talking about right now. Book 1 comes
This book comes out in March of 2024, so put it on your calendar. I know it's always away, but it's so good. But also before then, the one that comes out in 2023 that is currently called Johanna the Third, but will be retitled by then. It
may be retitled Johanna Porter is Not a Thief.
Good. Yeah, I really like that one. Anyway, you will laugh. You definitely might cry. She does use the F word a lot, but very appropriately. Oh my God, read her book. And while you're at it, okay, so yeah. So
and while you're at it, read her book.
Yeah, read my book, because my book comes out in May 16th. And you'll be able to
not have to wait until March 2023.
In March. And I have my cover reveal coming up.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
Hopefully I get to see it before you guys get to see it. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, it's going to be great.
So your book comes out in May.
Excited. Yes.
She's going on the podcast circuit.
You guys, podcasts are terrifying, but they're also really fun. And these people just want to talk to you about your book, and they're really nice and supportive. So you're being yelled at, and I'm being yelled at.
Well, he's yelling for Miles, but okay. Yeah,
well, we have to go, but thanks for joining us for this like random thing.
Ridiculousness. Bye.
Don't forget to hit stop record. Okay, bye.